There are two changes by Carlo Ancelotti to the side that started against Arsenal. Christian Frichtel, the teenager who played in goal in the second half, starts here, and James Rodriguez, newly arrived from Real Madrid, makes way for Kingsley Coman. Open question as to whether Martinez will play in midfield, or as they did in the first game, whether it was Martinez alongside Hummels with David Alaba in midfield. Talk about an embarrassment of riches. Here's the Milan lineup then. Matteo De Sciglio has departed for Juventus, and as I mentioned, the man coming the other way, Leonardo Bonucci, only on the bench to start, but Musacchio and Ricardo Rodriguez, just two of the big money buys, do start. Hakan Çalhanoğlu, who is a part. Ribéry skipped away from Bonaventura. Kingsley Coman looking for Lewandowski, back post, very well covered by Zapata.
Well, it's a Bayern.
We all know he is going to be the main man back there, that's for sure. Ribéry takes the corner. Just the wrong side of the upright. Lewandowski attacking it.
Fantastic delivery. Zapata's asking who's picking him up, because relationships, the style of play. Montella wants to get the team playing, but certainly from the opening 13 minutes here, very encouraging.
Rodriguez weighing up his options. Rodriguez goes again, nice build-up. And Milan deservedly go in front. Frank Kessie again following in from midfield. And, wow, that really lifts everybody here, and all these new supporters of Milan. They like what they're seeing in this game.
It's a really well-worked goal. Kessie, as you've already mentioned, he's been pivotal the opening stages of this game, really taking the game to this Munich team, full of energy, full of industry. And on this occasion, he produces that little bit of quality. Rodriguez give a little give and go. Niang, sloppy little ball bouncing. Rodriguez just puts it into a good area. Alaba flicks off him. Kessie's arriving. He has that composure. Slot it. Rafinha can do absolutely nothing about it.
Juan Bernat was the last man on the line, and I think it almost goes under his foot here, doesn't it, as he stretches. But perhaps a deserved lead.
I think they've been the better side. We've seen a couple of glimpses from Munich, Lewandowski, a couple of opportunities. Maybe clearly could have slid in for that, and I think if that was a competitive game, you want to see the goal there.
Interesting, because there were one or two little signs of that in the first game. Well, I don't think it would have gone in off Hummels, but Frichtel stretched out the arm anyway, and again Bayern just looking slightly off the pace here.
Yeah, they look all over the place at the back. Niang pulls the ball back into a good area. Hummels, and it was Cotrone waiting for a tap in. Slightly fortunate, Niang. He puts a good ball in. You see Cotrone, hands on his head. On press in midfield, went to maybe just sit in and use that experience that he undoubtedly has.
Very, very high line here by Bayern. Rodriguez, space to be exploited, and they did so, and they've conceded again. Cotrone scores, and Milan lead 2-0 against Bayern Munich here in the Longan Stadium.
Well, you mentioned the high line, and we've seen this creeping in to football over the last couple of years or so. Teams trying to be that little bit more aggressive, trying to catch the opposition offside, but they're clever. Montolivo feigns the first one. And look at the Munich defence. Distorted line. Cotrone produces a magnificent header. Rodriguez puts it on the money, and there's no stopping that header. Very confident header by the young man. Super.
The 19-year-old, that is a special, special moment for him. His first goal for the Milan first team. Look what it means. Alaba threatening to have a hit also. It is Lewandowski though, and it's straight to the middle of the wall. Muller had another swipe at it. Third time it comes through, but it's the wrong side of the post for Bayern.
Well, realistically, it was always going to be Lewandowski taking the free kick, regardless of Alaba's little jog on the spot to replay the little give and go. Sakio knows exactly what he's doing. Poor free kick into the wall. Montalivo as it comes back, though. It's great reactions. Good controlled strike.
Thomas Müller. Ribery again. And still. A lot of black shirts for him to take on. He's weaved a path through them brilliantly, but Lewandowski couldn't finish it. Friedel across to Hummels. Well, it's nowhere near Mats Hummels' level, that. Here goes Niang. And Bayern are stretched again. Cotone. Niang, well played. On it goes here to Bonaventura. Brilliant goal. Milan lead 3. And Crotone's got his second.
Well, it all came from Matt Hummels. Terrible ball. Such a simple pass to find Rafinha. And Niang has been so bright, taking the game. What an impression this young man has made on the game. Super goal from a Milan point of view, and he skips past Rafinha. Nutmegs. Martinez, look at the space. It's way too much space. It's a clever little give and go. The first touch ball by Niang, Bonaventura, and again 4 jerseys. From Munich point of view, it's just so easy. They've just looked on another level this first half. Petroni heavily involved, did little give and go. Nobody picks him up, and Bonaventura puts the ball in. It's a relatively simple finish for the young man to get a second of the game.
Milan have come on this tour now under Chinese ownership to break new frontiers and win new friends, and this first half performance absolutely perfect in that respect.
Swaps over to the left-hand side to allow James Rodriguez to pick up that right-hand berth.
Bonaventura. This fan base here are giving for Milan. Alaba. Kingsley Coman trying to go around the outside of Conte. Surely it was out of play, and well seen by the assistant on the far side. That's not always the easiest call for an assistant, Keith, is it? Looking from that position, but he got that right.
A lot of bodies, posts in the way. Does really, really well. Coman drives at Conte. He just runs out of space. It was the correct decision.
And that's a fine recovery. Müller has the hit, and Donnarumma turns it away. Comfortable save, really. There's a bit more purpose as they regathered the possession there by Bayern, and Müller had the hit.
More potency to the attack. Müller wraps his foot around it. It's a very comfortable save for Donnarumma, which you would expect him to make. Too often he drifts in and out of games.
Feeds Andre Silva with his first touch. Niang. Well, he's been good, and he is right on his game at the moment. Niang felt he could steer that in the corner.
Just tries to open his left foot up, tries to find that top corner.
Over by Müller. Lewandowski. And they're on the score sheet at last. It's been a long, long time coming. Oh, no, not going to stand. So the heads go down again. Better movement by the Bayern players, but
that's more like Munich. They orchestrate it really well. It's all come from James Rodriguez. Works it unbelievably well to the right-hand side. That's a poor effort, isn't it? Should be hitting the target.
Really should. Now maybe for Bayern. Thomas Müller didn't want to hit it. The goalkeeper was on the floor for a... Since he's come on, here's the chance. Müller does all the most difficult things.
Well, he didn't want to take the shot on his left foot initially. Here, drags it inside. Good feet. He's got to try and get the shot off. Eventually he's trying to find Kingsley Coman, but he's never on. Really not on. You're right, Calhanoglu. Again, showing that determination and aggression.
Lewandowski, always rising. Chandler has his arm in the air. Can't give him space on the edge of the box. Loves to hit these, and he does! And that, in a nutshell, is what this boy is all about.
It's so naive from Munich's point of view. I should know what this lad is capable of. Gomez does so well initially to find them. The space he was allowed was ridiculous, it really was. He's been very good defensively, as we've already mentioned, since he's come on, but you cannot back off him like that. Poor defending, really was. Once he drives inside, there was no doubt he was going to hit the target. It's a fine finish.
Just has that ability, Keith, to ping the ball on that right foot, and it's like a laser into the corner. Hakan Çalhanoğlu.